Alright guys, welcome. Today I'm doing a transmission fluid change and also a differential fluid change in my Mazda Miata 96. It's a 1.8 liter. Been imported from California over here to Sweden, and I gotta say it's very clean underneath, but the car has a lot of miles on it. I think it's 260,000 miles. So basically, today I'm changing the differential oil and also the transmission oil. So yeah, let's have a look at the differential. This bottom bolt on the back of the differential is the drain plug, and this bolt up here is the fill plug. And what you want to do always when you're doing these kinds of oil changes is you want to loosen the fill plug at first and then do the drain plug, because you don't want to drain your oil out to then trying to get your fill plug out, and for some reason you may not be able to get it out, and then you're stuck with no oil left in your differential, and you can't get any new oil in it. So it's always a good idea to loosen the fill plug first and then the drain plug. I've already done it, not the oil change, but I've already loosened them both just to see. And for the transmission, this is the drain bolt. It sits on basically the bottom of the transmission. I think it's a 24 millimeter socket. Same for the drain bolt on the differential. Up here is the fill plug. This bolt is very special because it's a square shape instead of this hexagon. So for that, I have a specialty tool somewhere, wherever I put it. This socket right here, which is a 9/16 of an inch, and it's a 8-point socket. So I don't know if you can see it that clear. Let me try to focus. You can see the shape of it. It has like a square shape because it's an 8 points instead of a 6 or 12 or whatever. So I ordered this socket on Amazon because they pretty much doesn't exist in Sweden, I guess. So I just got the drain bolt out of the transmission. I'm just gonna clear this bolt and put it back. And also there's this aluminum crush washer. Some people reuse these if they look to be in a good shape. I probably could reuse this one. It doesn't look bad to me. I've already bought new ones, so I'm gonna be putting a new one in. So yeah. So anyways, the bolt is cleaned up, and I've got my new crush washer over here. Just gonna put it on like this, and I'm gonna thread this bolt back in. I just finished cleaning this bolt up, the fill bolt for the transmission. I just cleaned the threads the best I could, but I also just wanted to point something out that this has been changed before, since there was a marking on this bolt, and also I just saw that the corners, especially this one, you see how uneven that is? It's hard to pick up, maybe. You see how uneven that bolt is? Or that these two corners? That's because they didn't use the correct tool for this, the 8-point socket which I bought. So just keep that in mind, guys, that this bolt is kind of easy to round off, since most people don't have that tool. It's not a tool that you will use on your daily. Alright, so the drain bolt is ready to be installed. So just grab it and thread it by hand. It should go in easily, which it does. So just thread it by hand. There you go. I don't know the torque spec for this bolt. I'm not sure. I think it's around like 30 foot-pounds. So I just checked the torque for the transmission drain, and it says about 30 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm gonna see if I have a torque wrench that can do that. I think I do, and I'm just gonna torque it down. That's it. Stop. Okay, guys, so I'm ready to fill the transmission up, and for that I got this little pump which you insert in the transmission fluid bottle and just pump it up, because it's hard to get your bottle up there and pour it in. So I just bought this off of Amazon. Whew. My hand is getting tired. And it's full. You know, it's full when fluid starts dripping. This out and grab the fill bolt. And carefully thread it in. There we go. Now get your specialty tool and your ratchet and torque down. Well. Let's see. The drain plug is in, of course. There's no leaks. And here you can see the dripping, which tells you that the transmission is full. And there's the drain bolt. I torqued it You don't have to torque that down from what I've heard. You just put it on so it's snug. And you can see there's still like thread showing, but the bolt is pretty long. So I think it's snug and good. No more leaks. I'm just gonna clean this up and we will move on to the differential. Alright guys, it's time to do the differential fluid change. And for this you will be needing a 23 millimeter socket and also a 24 millimeter and also of course a ratchet wrench thing. So like the transmission, start by removing the fill plug, which is the 23, and it's the bolt this one right here. Just loosen it. It loosens, so we're good. And then take your 24 and loosen this one as well. There you go. Just like I said before, I couldn't find a good oil pan to drain the fluid, so I'm using a Coke bottle with a funnel. It will work just fine, I hope. Alright guys, so it's finally done draining. It took forever. This is all I got out of it. This bottle is 1.5 liters. And yeah, not a lot. It's super slow. So I probably would recommend to drive your car just before you do this fluid change, because it took forever. From what I could find on the internet, it says that the drain bolt should be just like the transmission. It should be torqued at around 30 foot-pounds. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna thread it by hand. Should go pretty smooth, which it does. Just like that. And then 30 foot-pounds of torque, which is pretty much nothing at all. Let's look it up some more. There you go. Time to grab our new fluid. Redline fuel. Why do I keep saying fuel? Fluid, sorry. Redline fluid. It's 75W90 GL5. This needs to be GL5. And for the transmission, it's the same 7590, but for the transmission, there's GL4. And that's very important. Now, just like before, we put this in there and start pumping. Think it's coming? Yeah. There we go. Now feed fill plug and plug it. God. There we go. I'm just gonna torque it down at 30, just like the drain. Here we go. Some new transmission and differential fluid in my 1996 Mazda Miata. I can probably see the color of it a bit better. Looks better in sunlight. You can see the flake. I'm not sure, like sometimes I hate it and sometimes I really like it. I think it looks more subtle and good in the dark than when the sun is out shining and the thing really pops. So yeah, sometimes I hate it and sometimes I love it. And also, I have no idea what's going on with my rims, because all of them look like this. They have these weird, I don't know, spots on them. I have no idea what that is. There's like a texture to it, or yeah, you can feel it. I have no idea what it is. I think every single wheel has them. There's one big here. I have no idea what it is. So if somebody knows, just tell me. I just want to know. I'm not too concerned because I'm gonna be installing some new rims and tires and stuff. I've also ordered coilovers for it, BC Racing. But that's basically it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I've got big plans for this Miata, so if you'd like to see that, please subscribe, like the video. If you got any tips and tricks, please tell me. I'm an amateur. This is my first time ever changing a transmission fluid and differential like this. So yeah, I'm just starting getting into cars. So if there's something you want to tell me or whatever, please do, go ahead. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Peace, bye.